Hi, Francis Wyman Falcons. I hope you guys are home and safe and enjoying time with your family. I'm going to read you a story today. This is one of my favorites. It's called The Grand Old Duke of York. I know that we've read this a lot in first and second grade, and hopefully for you older Francis Wyman Falcons, this will bring back good memories of when you were in first or second grade. The grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of a hill and marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. The grand old Duke of York then had 500 men. He marched them in and out of the wood and marched them in again. And some of them turned to the left, and some of them turned to the right, and some of them marched all around the wood till day turned into night. The grand old Duke of York, his men were half asleep. He marched them through a river, but the river was too deep. And some of them did sink, and some of them did swim, and some did firmly shake his hand and bid farewell to him. The grand old Duke of York had only 20 men. 15 marching through a farm were chased off by a hen. And 2 were lost in a barn, and 2 were lost in a sty. And the only soldier who was left ran off and waved goodbye. The grand old Duke of York, he found himself alone. He sat right down on top of a drum, and there did weep and moan. He threw away his sword, he threw away his gun, and then he wished that all his travels never had begun. The grand old Duke of York, he heard a bugle sound. As he buckled on his sword and gun, his heart began to pound. He saw them in rows of 5, he saw them in rows of 10. They all lined up in front of him, the Duke's 10,000 men. Thanks for listening.